All right, guys, it is 11 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, my name is Lindsay Kearns. I'm with Career Services at Woz U. On behalf of our entire team at Woz U, I'd like to welcome the friends and family of our graduates, as well as our industry partners and the attendees today. You're in for a fantastic show. After 12 short weeks, today is a culmination of a lot of challenging work and late nights by these students. Today is their day to shine and show off their incredible application in which they have worked so hard to create. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Before turning the podium over to their instructor, I would like to leave you with a couple words of inspiration. Take pride in how far you've come and faith in how far you will go. And now I would like their instructor, Amin Keen, lead instructor of developers, for the introduction of the students and their project demonstration today.
Hello, my name is Amin King. I'm the ground instructor here at Woz U. I'm going to keep it brief because this isn't about me, it's about you guys. So the only thing I have to say is that if there's only one thing you get out of this program after 12 weeks, then you weren't paying attention. Because I've talked to you guys for like 200 hours. So, there you go. And here's team, what's your team name?
Hexcoders.
Hexcoders.
Okay, so we're going to turn the stage over to the team so they can start their demonstration. Would you like to lead us off, Chris?
Yeah.
One of the teachers.
Thank you, Lindsay. My name is Christopher Brimhall, and I will be presenting the first portion of our application, SynChronos. Ryan Alexander will present the second portion. To start off with, let's find out what is SynChronos.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Roxanne. The purpose of our application is to provide others with the ability to connect, plan, and correlate schedules with others.
This involves connecting with friends, colleagues, and personnel groups through create a profile and just connecting with just whoever and make a schedule with them.
Yeah. So we know what SynChronos is. Let's find out where that funny name came from.
SynChronos is a combination of two words, sync as in pairing or put together, and chronos meaning time, so it's matching time between you and your friends or colleagues or acquaintances.
Perfect. So for the last 6 weeks, we spent our time developing this application, and we use different various technologies for our front end and back end. Christopher will talk about those technologies.
So on the front end, we used a framework called Angular, and the different languages we used on the front end involve HTML, CSS, SCSS, also JavaScript, TypeScript. We also use libraries like Bootstrap and jQuery. For our database, we use SQL. On the back end, we used a compiler called Eclipse for Java, and we also used a framework called Spring with a couple of dependencies thrown in there, which include Maven, Hibernate, and that's about it. Now back to Chris.
Thank you, Chris. So, like I said, I am very excited to be here presenting this application. We spent a lot of time over the last 6 weeks developing it, and we are extremely proud of what we created. Like they mentioned before, this is an application to meet up with your friends, coworkers, whatever, and to have we have a full chatting system and a full calendar system to be able to create events that's good for everyone's schedule. So to start off here, this is our home page. This right here is We use our sign-in and login to create users using the Google Plus API. We also have a security system here. It says not secure, but it's just because we have it hosted on a Roku system. So that when you click on the other links, you can't get to anything until you log in with a Google account. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we automatically logged in with Roxy's account right here. It pulls this information straight from her Google account. So welcome, Roxy. And this right here has our upcoming events. Now I'll get to this. Ryan will get to this later and talk about it when he presents the calendar and events and how that works. So I wanted to show our navigation bar and what it does. We have our home page here, our profile, events, messages, and settings. Now also we wanted to make it so this application we can use on smaller devices so that once you get to a certain size, the nav bar actually changes and then there's a drop-down menu. Let's back up. Next is our profile. Now on our profile page, this also grabs all of our information from our Google account. It pulls our profile picture, name, and then also this right here is the way that we've developed, that we created so that we could share this application easily with other people. We want as many users as possible. And there's 3 different ways that we can share this. One of them is our QR code, Facebook, and also by email. And messages. Okay, this is our messaging system, and in our messaging system, it's group-based. You set up a group, and within that group, you can chat with each other, schedule events, and also upload photos. So here, right now we have a current group. This is our Hex Coders group. If I go ahead and click in here, we got a message. This is a message for everyone at Woz U. Hello. And let me show you how to create a new group. So I'm going to write new group. Press enter, and that's it. And you can see that when I click on the new group, it's a different chat. I'll go ahead and click hey. This right here is where you upload photos. Share photos with whatever group you need, after events, whatever. This is our settings page. We have 2 things on our settings page. We have a logout. That way no one can access your information. And also we have a light and dark mode. Because dark mode is better. Everyone likes a dark mode. And this cool little button right here, check this out. Boom. So let me go through and show you what the page looks like. This is our home page, profile page. We'll get to that in a second. Our messaging. Let's go to our new group real quick just so you can see what the messages looks like. And back to our settings page. I'll go ahead and turn the rest of the presentation over to Ryan.
Hello, everybody. As you can see, he was in charge of light mode and dark mode. Super excited about it. I'm going to show you guys what we were able to do with our calendar and our events. So we're going to go to our event page right here, our calendar page. We're just going to scroll through it just to show you guys like how fluid it is and how much function it has to it. Let's go all the way to June 2019. So it just continues and goes all the way. It updates itself. We're going to go back to August. We're going to go ahead and create an event. We're going to call this event presentation, just because that's what we're doing today. Can I get a favorite color?
Yellow.
I heard yellow. We're going to do yellowish. Sorry. From Alabama, we say yellow. All right. So we're going to go ahead and set this time. What time was this presentation? 11 a.m. So we're going to change this time. We're going to leave it at 11:59 a.m. That sounds like a decent time for the presentation to be over. We're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're just going to show you where this information goes, where we were able to send this information to. We're going to go back to the home page. And as you can see now from our calendar event, once you log in and you go to your home page, you're able to see your upcoming events, whether that's someone in your group being able to put that in there, or whether you started that event. alone. So like everybody's able to see that event right when they come to their homepage. And then if you notice, you can go ahead and click this icon, and it takes you to that event, and that event drops down and it shows you that name. As you can see, we have a presentation. So we're going to go to our like weekday just to see. So we make sure that that's on a Friday. Still has that, and that is today. So we're going to go all the way down here, and as you can see, it's got the time as well, from 11 a.m. to 11:59 a.m. And that is the sense of the events and the calendars and what you can do. I definitely had some work on this calendar through the back end with Megan and Bryan. This was not an easy task at all, so it was a really good hurdle to overcome. But we'll turn it back over to Lindsay at this point.
All right. All right, thank you guys for the great presentation. We have a couple quick questions for you. Would you like to start us off again, Chris? What made you choose this particular project? Would you like to start us off?
We chose this project because of we all agree that we usually find it hard to kind of correlate schedules and stuff with our friends. So we just thought it'd be really nice to combine like a chat, like being able to message your friend and schedule an event, and then everybody's on the same page. Something easy to use.
How did you divide the responsibilities amongst the team?
So when we first began the project, we had a list of components and things we'd like to see in the project, and we just naturally, each of us kind of naturally gravitated toward a particular component that we would like to see in the project, and so it was kind of easy to determine who wanted to do what.
Great. If you guys had 2 more weeks, what would you have added to the site?
We would have made the calendar more user-friendly and maybe added a little more tweaks to it, and maybe have like a friends thing that you can go and see the individual calendars for them.
All right, lastly, would each of you please tell the audience what brought you to Woz U and what were you doing prior to coming to Woz U?
So before I was at Woz U, I was in the Marine Corps, and while in the Marine Corps, I was able to deal with like some computers, and I actually was, for my platoon, managing all the computers, spreadsheets, all the kind of tech and any kind of computer problems there. I learned different skills while in the Marine Corps that the last few years before I got out, I actually started an accounting and tax business. And that's going to this day. At this point, it's running itself, where I can now take the time that I want for my passions and what I really love, which is software development, coding, and things like that. So I'm excited for the future, and I'm ready to see what comes.
I got started off in special education, moved out here about 6 years ago. Started teaching, or have been teaching for 5 years. Hung up my teaching hat this past year. This was my last year before I joined Woz U. It's been an amazing journey so far. I've always been into HTML and CSS just due to MySpace. Back in, making those dollar signs cascade down. That was always pretty fun. So being able to do that and always being able to, show your personality through code, I think that was something that was important to me. And so when I decided to make this change over due to the midst of the teacher walkout, understanding that, career needed to be changed, this was definitely a way out for me and a way into something that I really love to do so far.
I'm Bryan. Prior to this, I've kind of messed around building a few small games and modding a few existing ones. And coding is just something I'm passionate about. I like to build something and then see it work. It's just what I love doing, and this gives me the opportunity to build it.
My name is Christopher Zuraff. I actually graduated a long time ago from ASU. I actually studied aviation, but I never worked in aviation. I worked out here doing automotive testing for a couple years after graduation, but after a couple years doing that, I just developed a travel bug, and I really wanted to go out and explore the world and see different things. And for the last about 4 years now, I've been an ESL teacher overseas in southern China. And over there, I got to see some incredible things. And this last year, I was able to see when I was teaching primary school over there, I saw that the kids over there, they're even learning how to code and everything, and that really just cemented it in my mind that, this is going to be the wave of the future, this is going to be the skill of the future, I need to learn this, I need to get involved with this. And so when I came back to US, I really looked for a boot camp that had all of the languages I want to learn, full stack, and I just developed a new passion for software development.
My name is Megan Ruiz, and before Woz U, I was pursuing a bachelor's in the medical field, and I stopped to pursue this because my aunt she began working for this company, and it seemed very interesting, and I had friends that are programmers, and they always talked about how software programming is an art, and instead of a paintbrush or a hammer, you're really making something out of just code, and it's very beautiful, and it's interesting, and it's exciting, you can even ask them, after working with something for so long, trying to get something to function properly, and then finally getting it, you get so happy and excited. I came in here and I was like, I got it done the next morning, and I just want to pursue that feeling as much as possible, even if it's mechanical or it's Raspberry Pis or web development. I just want to pursue that feeling as much as possible.
Hi, my name is Roxy. I've been involved in the tech industry for the past 6 years, doing many different things, starting out with editorial, graphic design, SEO, marketing. Back 6 years ago, I also created a website, content-based website, kind of like BuzzFeed, and then I was later acquired within a tech company, so started working with them, and I've been trying to further my skills and pursuing everything I can do possible. Very creative, very driven, I'm very curious, so I just wanted to continue on, and I saw Woz U, saw the opportunity, and just went with it. I just can't wait to see where it takes me later in life.
Great job, team. Let's give these students another round of applause. All right, before acknowledging these students as graduates of Woz U, I would like to bring Chris Coleman, president of Woz U, to the podium for a few words to our graduates.
All right, thanks everybody. Don't clap for me, let's clap for these guys once again. So appreciate what was accomplished here. A couple words real quick. First off, on behalf of Woz U and our team, congratulations. This really is a remarkable accomplishment. Obviously, you guys have expressed kind of how you work through a lot of these challenges, right? But it's a very challenging program. It's the entry point into a challenging career, right? That's what engineering is. It's about solving problems. I appreciate what everybody shared, the stories, the project. Obviously, you guys put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into not only the feature set and the concept, but also the polish around it. So I really commend you guys on the presentation, the responsiveness of it, the attention to detail that you guys put in there. So congratulations on that. A quick kind of piece of advice. listen to you all talk, I particularly kind of keyed off of what Megan had said around the sense of accomplishment that you get in looking at something or beating your head against the monitor over a challenge that just doesn't make sense. And then ultimately finding a way to persist through that, come up with a solution, and that sense of kind of energy that you get out of that, that's what engineering is all about, or it's what it's been all about for me. And so what I think is most relevant in regards to advice is to take a moment now, to take a look at the accomplishment that you guys have made, take a quick, brief kind of pause, and just admire the progress that you guys have gone through over the past 12 weeks. And then let that continue to kind of catapult you into the future and into your career. So we're very excited for you. We're excited to see where you guys go from here. Obviously, we want you to stay in touch and keep us posted on progress and how we can help you. But remarkable project. Congratulations. It's a great accomplishment.
All right, now I'd like to have Amin and Chris to join us to the front to recognize these students, graduates of Woz U. Yeah. All right, team, as I call your name, please come and receive your certificate. Ryan Alexander.
That's it.
Nice.
This way.
Yeah,
This
this
way, yeah.
way.
I'm used to a stage.
Christopher Brimhall. Bryan Fein. Megan Ruiz. Roxy Vasquez. Christopher Zuraff. It is my pleasure to confirm each of these students as graduates of Woz U of the Software Development Program. Congratulations. The last step in celebrating their success is to ask each of the graduates to make their way over to the Wall of Fame for the signing of their names and photos. Thank you everyone for attending. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the cake and refreshments.